video, we're going to talk about projecting the voice. So what do we need to adjust when we're going to be projecting our voices louder, both physically and emotionally? Now, emotionally, I think, is a part that a lot of people miss. And I've talked about this before, where you want to use your emotions as fuel to give you that soul in your music and to aid your body, to send your body the right signals like, okay, we're going for it right now. I'm infusing my emotions into this. My emotions are going to help me to coordinate everything, to stay relaxed, to take a nice deep breath, and to apply the right pressure to the sound. Because basically, projecting our voices just requires a shift in pressure. So when you're not projecting very loud, let's say you're going, I've still taken a really nice deep breath here. And I've set up all of my instruments. You can go check out my last video, which talks about that pre-singing setup, Perby. So everything is set up, but I'm not actually intentioning to sing loudly here. I'm just singing very softly. Focusing on my resonance, feeling that kind of up in here, in my nose, in my nasal area. And taking that deep breath, relaxing, having a good posture, and at the same time not applying a lot of air pressure. But if I wanted to project the same little sequence, I would want to take a very deep breath, hold it, and then I would want to push inwards quite a bit more, quicker, with more intensity. I want to have a more intense air pressure that's going to push up, flap my vocal cords, and emit the sound further. So let's try it once with just a lighter sound and then once with more pressure. Are you guys ready? Just focusing on that position and that resonance. And now we're going to do it with more pressure. And we still have the same resonance, we still have the same vibrato, but we have more pressure and the note is coming out louder and it's going further into the room. This is something that we can do in certain singing lines. Sometimes we want to really go for it and give it that kind of more projection, a louder projection. And I like to use the song Shallow by Lady Gaga from that film with her and Bradley Cooper, because it's a very good example of having these kind of very soft verses and then getting into the chorus and totally turning up the dial on the projection. What you want to do when you're projecting is you don't want to change any of your posture. You don't want to change your resonance placement. You don't want to get tight in the throat, and you don't want to use your throat to sing it with more projection. That's just going to be like muscling through the music. You're going to lose a lot of your vibrato. You're going to lose a lot of your color. You're going to lose some resonance, and it's going to sound false. It's not going to sound like your authentic voice. So what you want to do is keep all of the same posturing, keep all of the same setup for your instrument, and you're going to be applying more air pressure. For the emotional element, you're going to be just singing this song with a lot of feeling, singing this section here with everything that it means for you. Okay, so let's go. I'm on the deep end, watches are diving. And if I would do that with less projection, I'm on the deep end, watches are diving. So it's very, very light. But here we need that oomph. So I can feel a very big difference between those two physically. Not here, but here. I can feel my stomach going, giving it that like full pressure, that full push backwards. I'm on the deep end, watches are diving. I'll never meet the ground. So there, it's actually like my abdominal muscles are distended, that they're actually pushing forward and like staying full, staying as large as possible. Like, when you were a kid, did you ever do that thing where you like try to make it look like you were pregnant? Like if you're a little girl, you're like, ha, look at me. And you push out your belly, or like you're imitating a belly dancer. You kind of want to have that. I'm on the deep end, watches are diving. Make sure you have a lot of breath too. A full diaphragmatic breath. I'll never meet the ground. I'll never meet the ground. For the meat, I'm allowing it to be very light because I'm kind of jumping here between my chest voice and my head voice, and I don't want to overwhelm that meat with too much heaviness because I don't want to get tight. So for me, it just feels very natural to allow that to be very light, like a little pop, and then to come back down and focus all that pressure on the chest part of it. The thing is if you do this whole thing, if you're applying all of this pressure to project your voice and you're not injecting any emotionality into it, I think what happens is that you're disconnected from the song. You're disconnected from the music. You're not really feeling it. You're not vibing it. And those things are actually necessary to help your technique to be on point. When you get too much in your head, you're not really paying attention to your body. You're just like, how is this going to sound? Is my technique good? Is everything good? Am I pushing enough? Like, feel it and release it. This is like a release on this right here. I'm falling in all the good times. I find myself longing for change, and in the bad times I fear myself. I'm on the deep end, watches are diving. I'll never meet the ground. Crash through the surface where they can't hurt us. We're far from the shallow now. In the shallow. And continue on. So that's it. I hope that this helps you. This is a great song to use as an example. You can practice with this song, or if there's other songs that you know where you have this kind of build up where suddenly you're doing this crescendo and you're going into kind of full projection, putting the voice really outwards. Let me know if it helps you to think about really releasing that abdominal tension, taking that deep diaphragmatic breath, and holding it out, feeling like your chest is also very full and very active, and like there's just this activity going on here, and it's like your heart and soul are vibrating with your body and everything is just coming out, and there's a sense of freedom. There should be a sense of freedom when you're singing with the proper technique in your authentic voice. You should feel good about it. So I hope that you learned something here. Let me know in the comments below. And if there's any specific techniques you would like to get into, please do leave me a comment. You guys, I love your comments. They've been really helpful in helping me to think about how I can serve you in these videos and how I can help you along your journey as a singer. Thanks so much. I'm on the